acting like I'm all wrong, but you're the one watching me though. At the end of the day, you think it's funny, you think it's grand, while I'm away in the land of sand. To piece and find out, just for clout, you'll fade away and I'll remain.
Hi everyone, it's me again and Squish Gang is present. And today we are hopping back in the girlverse as I do every 3 months or so. Because I do what I do, Today's video we're gonna hop back into girl world and we're gonna not update on much really as far as anything changing because Chantal's still angry. Chantal's still a bigot, and Chantal still sucks. But I have thoughts that I do once in a while. So I also want to mention that we're going to be using a lot of reaction channel clips and stuff because Chantal's a sneaky deleter. We have to do that because I couldn't get my grubby little hands on everything fast enough because she posts in Kuwait time and I like sleeping on a normal schedule. So first, links to my socials, Amazon, Patreon, ways to support the channel, including what's on my face and the links to shop all of that stuff or anything I can find. And links to fun jewelry like this here little cow ring. Oops, it's this one. That matches my cow Apple Watch band and my little ring with smiley faces on it. All that kind of stuff. That is affiliated or not. All down below and marked as such. Foodie Beauty moves fast and I move slightly less fast. So if you need any updates on anything specific, I would recommend kind of reaction channels and stuff. But I did make a Girl World playlist of anything videos that I have made, and I will have that at the end of the video, in the end screen, and I will link it down below as well. So little 3 quick parts of the video. We'll try to make this snappy. A quick catch up on Chantal, what's been going on since I last made a video. Part 2, Salah, her husband's comments and interactions with Nader. And part 3, Foodie Beauty's Instagram post that I wanted to make this video on. Community tab, rages, yada yada, same old, same old. So we're going to get into that. And we are circus clown chic today. This blue is incredibly vibrant and it is actually looks a lot more vibrant on camera than in real life, but it is what it is. So let's get right into it. Part 1, quick catch up. Last time I made a video on Foodie Beauty, she had just left her life in Canada to run away to Kuwait to marry a guy that she didn't even know a month before that. Oh, the fact that these are sentences in and of itself is a wild reality. So since then, in typical Chantal fashion, she was not able to keep up the act of sweet little housewife kind of vibe who was just traveling to meet the love of her life in another country for more than a few days. And after the excitement of her going to another country, seemingly for no reason, wore off, she desperately tried to change the type of content that she was making, as well as her reputation on the platform. She even converted her old channel, Beezer Incorporated, I think, or something like that she was using to ban evade last March when she was banned for live streaming Omegle and having, indecent exposure on there, to a Salah and Chantal kind of couples vlogging channel, which is Salah is her new husband. And I'm putting husband in these for multiple reasons, and we'll get to that a little bit further down the line. The issue with this is that her audience doesn't care for that content. Their audience cares for Chantal being messy, and Chantal's reputation spans far beyond her channel, the Foodie Beauty channel. And given that Chantal can face a grand total of 0 criticism, she has disabled her comment section on the channels, or at least for the Foodie Beauty channel. And for those of you who know anything about YouTube, that is just closing off any possibility for engagement. Comments are a huge part of pushing out the videos. So her actual videos are not getting put into the algorithm enough. And once in a while, she'll open back engagement, but then she'll community tab rage and be like, I don't need any of you, causing any new subscribers to flee. Given that this is what has been happening, people naturally began to point out that Chantal's channel is dying and that she's broke and rapidly losing views, money, etc. Alex is shook on the live stream he did yesterday, said that Chantal had only 300,000 total channel views last month, which only amounts to about 2,000-ish US dollars. Which, yeah, that would make sense. That would come out to about, if I was to estimate based on what I know, 3,200 Canadian dollars in a month.
Beezer Queen. Here we go. Beezer Queen. Ooh. Foodie Beauty only got 300K for the whole month. Amber, you know how much money that is. It ain't much. It ain't much. I'll just tell you that. What the heck? She gained subscribers since her little stunt. Foodie's going broke. It's only like 2,000.
That's not a lot of money when your rent is $2,000. And because at the end of the month, you have to fly back to Canada from Kuwait. So hope you already bought the ticket, girl. And the other thing is that some people might say, well, there was times where Chantal's channel was thriving. Like last year, she was getting like 1 million views a month or whatever. The problem is she spent all that money on her piece of shit abusive ex Nader. So there's not really any money for that either. So she didn't put anything away. So she's been living paycheck to paycheck. Even though her paychecks a lot of months were like $10,000 plus. So recall the point I just made about Chantal not facing any criticism. Well, she went on a bunch of community tab rages, has just been flat out aggressive on posts, and even made a sort of like commentary video on this channel called French Fried Girl. Now, to my understanding, that video is off of her channel now, or it seems to have been deleted. If I'm wrong, I'm going to check right now. And the crazy thing is, now when you look up Foodie Beauty, her own channel is suppressed. Like, I have trouble finding her actual channel. There we are. So, to my understanding, the French Fried Girl video is gone. So, I'm going to put in a clip of me reacting to it on live stream. Because you cannot escape me, Chantal. Good for Didi, unfortunately.
I want to react to, and I just want to start off by saying, no, I'm not a reaction channel. I don't do this usually, and yeah, I kind of suck at it, but I'm hoping that at least my point will get across, and I hope I don't have to throw any insults or anything, unlike a certain someone, to do it. So I need to react to this most recent live stream of hers. The title is Chantal Al-Refa is gone, Foodie Beauty is back, and reading facts straight off Wiki Live. Triple react. Oh wow, you're giving people a real treat, aren't you?
Yes, the low BMI voice. I don't like calling it that because it's kind of like, that's a little bit cruel, but I still just like, it's just because I know exactly what you mean when you say that, you know what I mean? Fellow Ottawa-Gatineau region girly. Let me speak some French for you. I love doing that. It's always fun. Chantal, ce n'est pas mon ami. Donc, ooh, actually, I don't want to. Okay, wait. The insults I'm thinking of are really mean. Ce n'est pas capable de faire des choix intelligents. Pour ces raisons, on n'a pas d'argent. Et ton chum, ou ami spécial, ou j'en ai aucune idée, veut l'argent, pas d'autre chose. C'était fâché tout le temps. Tu manges trop. Tu n'aimes pas des douches. Pour cette raison, c'est pas vrai. C'est quoi tu veux faire avec le mariage? Avec Salah? Mais quand on est arrivé à Canada, ça c'est la fin. Fellow Ottawa-Gatineau girly. And me just trying to figure out what I even want to say to her in French. Is just goofy. She's goofy. Alright? And more rages continued. She's been deleting things like crazy, so I'll have clips coming in here and there or whatever. As a result of this, there's a friend of Salah's named Allah. I know it's gonna be a little bit confusing because the names are very similar, but I will keep pushing on. Who came out against Foodie Beauty via like a live stream and said that the marriage is fake and that Chantal has been paying Salah for like affection, essentially. He also said that Chantal would not help other women clean, has broken his couch, and is rude and crude and stinky.
About me. Already, she said I sell drugs. Very nice. And she talked about my wife. But already, I don't know why she talked about my wife. When they come visit me here, my wife, they service them very good. And they come and sit and eat and they enjoy. She don't do anything bad for her. I don't know why she talk bad for her. That's one. Second, she go video and she speak about me too much bad. Already, how many lawyer now ready? They ask me, you want to open case or no? In Canada also there is someone contact with me. still I don't speak anything but. Last live, I think when I joined in the text only, I told you something for funny, not something for bad. I don't speak anything bad about her, right? Now, she tried to speak, all what she speak, it's lie. If I selling the drugs, that mean I'm very rich. I don't work.
These people did not know Chantal's history online before this. So, like, the fact that someone from another country is coming out against you, I feel like you need to consider that maybe you're the problem. Because I'm sorry, if I went thousands of kilometers away and people were responding to me the same way as people who knew me online or people who knew me my whole life, maybe it's because of me. You know? Sorry, every time I get heated, I gotta put on some lip balm. So after Allah made the live stream where he talked about everything and Nader had called in and he talked about a bunch of stuff, he had receipts, he had text messages from Salah and everything, Chantal went on a rage. On community tabs, on live stream, calling this guy's wife a shalamuta, which to my understanding is like a skank or a harlot. I don't speak Arabic, but that's what it contextually sounds like, and that's what I've seen people say it is. And has just started saying things like that his wife is a skank and has had multiple black men sleeping in their apartment and that like she's sleeping with them. Also being racist in that function like at that time as well by being like disgusted about it being like, why do you have to emphasize that it's black people so much? Charlie Gold talked about this as well, which apparently like the slanderous things that she's saying are like is like not even legal to do in Kuwait. So people are trying to figure out if she's gonna go to jail. Woo-wee! But I wonder if it's just gonna be for tax fraud because she hasn't paid her tax in Canada either, allegedly. Well, even not even allegedly, she said that herself. But oh boy, the Chantal verse. So we're gonna get to part 2 because we're, as I mentioned, that Nader had called into that live stream. We're gonna get into like Salah's interaction and a little bit deeper into that whole thing. So here's part 2. So remember when the Allah guy, right, went live? Got a call from Nader, right? They were speaking Arabic to each other. For more details on like Arabic conversation specifically, go to Mo Translate's channel because apparently whoever runs that channel, I don't know, he, she, whatever, they, whatever, speak Arabic and have been translating things for a while from like Nader and stuff. Which I want to say something really quick too. Chantal's been trying to call people racist for calling Salah salad as like a joke name, but then calls Nader nattered. So you're taking also a Middle Eastern, you're doing exactly the same thing. And if people want to go, I think she wants to go like, well, Nader's a piece of shit, so it's fine. You can't selective racism. Sorry, bestie. That's not how that works. Anyways, after that live stream, Salah and Chantal address it, as I mentioned, okay? And Salah started saying some things to Nader. And I'm going to put a Zachary Michael clip in where he talks about what Mo Translate said and everything, because again, this live stream's been deleted.
And here's the clip, and then I'll let you know what Mo had to say was being said in this clip.
Oh, that didn't want to make you pass out? Ooh.
I have some small message for Nader. Wait, in Arabic, huh? Hey Nader, يا خول يا أوراني ما تلم اللعبة بتاعتك يا أوراني لم اللعبة بتاعتك ده أنا حفشخك. Hello guys, how are you doing?
What does that mean?
Like take your doo-doo, the BH, out of here, and you are cuckold on these words.
Arabic swearing. Drag him, Salah.
How are you doing, babe? I miss you.
I missed you so much.
So according to Mo, what he just said was, Mo says, I'm so sorry, this is hurtful language, okay? So that's the preface from Mo, okay? But according to Mo, this is what Salah said. Hey, Nader, you F-slur, you T-slur, tell your bitch to watch what she says, you T-slur. I will beat you up and destroy you. Because I'm a part of the LGBT community, I know how both of those words impact both the gay community and the trans community, and so I won't be saying them out loud, but I hope you can see from like the screenshot that I've censored what words were trying to be said there, okay?
Lots of slurs being used, and being used specifically to demasculate Nader, right? When people got mad about this, Chantal said that she loves trans and LGBTQ people. But Chantal also then proceeded to immediately like call FFG like fat, ugly, and mentally handicapped.
Like, why would you continue using it on the internet time after fucking time and time and time again? Like, why? Why are we still having this conversation, Chantal? Why is this still a thing we're doing? I have to believe it's just because you're a bigot and you really truly don't give a shit. I guess I should tell you and preface or show you the community post where this comes up, okay? So this is in regards to French Fry Girl, who is a popular Chantal reaction channel. Chantal says, "Witch cackle from Gullet Chin. You're in a loveless marriage and your man don't touch you. Blah, blah, blah. That's all you and your brainless audience have to go by. Are you here with us? You know shit. Meanwhile, you look like this, photo number 2, and have yet to go on camera and show us your chins and your man. You don't even have a neck, dude," which, like, weird insult coming from Chantal. "Unbelievable how mentally stunted you and your tater Arsler are, lol. You may get 4,000 views a live stream, but that's all you have. You have no man, no sex, no marriage, no views on your vlogs, no subscribers. Why do you only have 22,000 for how long now? No friends, no job, no pets because you made them suffer in their last days and never took them for walks because you're too busy stalking me and probably ignored them to smoke and bitch all day. You also travel nowhere except to Cornwall like an obsessed loser, lol. Couldn't be me."
But to be like, I love this group of marginalized people, but then she's also said that she's not ableist and then proceeds to say everything is shaming and then attack FFG. Nothing lines up. Some people are mad that Salah's a bigot because they find out that he's calling Nader the F slur and the T slur. She tries to justify it based on the culture and laws in Kuwait. Even though she's lived there for 3 months. Not even. Because you have to return after 3 months. So, like, from your travels visa or whatever. So that means it hasn't even been 3 months. So, she has literally no idea what she's talking about. And even if she wants to go, well, my husband's from Kuwait. Girl, you didn't know him 6 months ago. Be for real here. Like, come on. Come back now, right? Hello? And I just want to say, Chantal wasn't really believing laws when she allegedly went on coke binges and drove and evaded taxes, among other things. So where are we coming here? What's going on? Where law? No, you don't like those. Historically. Also, like, you can acknowledge cultural difference, but also just disagree with your husband publicly. Like, that's allowed. You know, it is confusing. It is so confusing. But anyways, this brings us into the third part. Foodie Beauty's Instagram post community tabs. TDLR, she doesn't like the gays anymore. Oh boy. So on the other day, I was casually scrolling on Instagram, as I do, as the niche internet celebrity that I am. And I got this random Instagram post from Foodie Beauty, and we're going to read it together. Because the way that I gasped, that just came out of nowhere, unprompted. On Blue Ivy's internet. I said that was a saying at one point, I remember. So, it's 3 screenshots from a video that says, I need to zoom in. The LGBTQ question, what does Islam say? And then Dr. Omar Suleiman. I'm sorry. I know I butchered that. I'm so sorry. In Islam, any sexual relationship outside of nikah between a man and a woman is haram. Haram is the term for, I guess to change that to align it to Christianity, sinful. Same-sex actions are unequivocally haram. That's another point that he says. And then we have and always will condemn mistreatment and violence against people on the basis of orientation, lifestyle, or belief. But that condemnation cannot be conflated with making halal what Allah has clearly made haram. So that means, because there's a lot of Arabic words in there, essentially what it means is what condemnation could not be conflated is making unsinful what God has clearly deemed sinful. If we're going to put it into like Christianity terms, which the only reason I'm doing that is because most of my audience is from the Western world, and that tends to be the words that we're more used to seeing. Now, then Chantal, for some reason, writes this dissertation underneath, for who knows why. Again, unprompted to release this, I may add. Foodie Beauty. I'm just going to read this. I have it on screen as well, obviously. Foodie Beauty, do you still support LGBT? It's complicated. The short answer is no. But I strongly disagree with hating people based on their orientation. I support individuals as people who are kind regardless of their sexual preference, but as a new Muslim, I cannot make something halal that is forbidden. There is nothing wrong with not believing in same-sex relationships. This coming from a Muslim convert, formerly agnostic and almost atheist. Therefore, I have done and still do my fair share of sinning, including having had same-sex relations out of curiosity in my past. Now, however, as I attempt to grow as a person and learn Islam further, I love the idea that we can disagree with others' beliefs and not condemn them for having them. That is between them and their relationship with God. We live to serve Him and not ourselves. Was it serving God to call your abusive ex a slur, conflating him with the LGBT who you allegedly don't condemn? Make that make sense. Anyways, we must obey as this is what's good for us. God made us who we are, and each one of us is special. Again, she's calling it God. She's calling the person God, but it's Allah, right? So that's a bit weird. I know you can kind of do the two, but it's just weird, like the way that she's flipping back and forth. God made us who we are, and each one of us is special. Therefore, to alter our natural state of being is haram, and I fully understand this. But as good Muslims, we must also practice kindness to all, no matter their orientation. This concept of kindness is something I struggle with as I have anger issues, but it is something I know I will get right someday. I will never give up, and the closer I allow myself Allah to enter my heart. She can't write. The more I want to do right. I was lost for all of my life. I am still finding myself. It's a journey. It's a gift from God. Alhamdulillah. I think is how you say that last. Just unprompted. So there's a couple of responses that Amber Lynn did to this on her Q&A, and I'm going to put in a clip from Alex Shook as well after I read these, because I missed some of the earlier ones, because I don't have time to follow Amber Lynn's every move on her little Q&As, because she quite literally would do like 80 of them in a day. Also, Foodie Beauty was bisexual 6 months ago. Or like, yeah, roughly, in June. Conveniently enough, right? Which is funny because I have like this, my eye look is really giving bisexual flag. I think Foodie Beauty utilizes identity to fit a narrative for her income and her reputation. So now that she wants to convert to this kind of couples channel, she needs to be kind of a docile wife based on like the culture that she's chosen and the path of that culture that she's choosing, because I'm not saying that everybody does that. But before, when she was back and forth with Nader and all of this stuff, she wanted to be seen as trustworthy and likable. And because she had been found out that she had relations with Didi and Nader, I think she wanted to be seen as somebody who was accepting of different ways of life, because she wanted people to like her. And that's why she chose to be bisexual in Pride Month and then literally run it back in July. This is the person we're dealing with here. And that's why people make these videos. Notice how I've never mentioned Chantal's weight once? Because that's not what's going on here. Chantal's just sucks. All entirely on her own. Nothing to do with any aspect of her physicality. So we get to Amber's response. Amber Lynn, if you don't know, Amber Lynn Reed is the most famous girl in the girlverse. I have videos on the playlist. Amber Lynn Reed is a lesbian and has been openly lesbian her entire time on YouTube.
Amber says, Regardless of religion, you can support whoever you want. Christians who support them prove that every day. So Amber's not feeling it. Wait, what was that? Oh my gosh, more shade from Amber. As an LGBT fellow, it legit made me really hurt when Foodie Beauty made her statement. And then Amber said this, as someone who used to be friends with her, I completely understand. Used to be friends with her, guys. She's trying to change for the better, but she's only getting worse. Oh my gosh, I love that. I need to bring that up.
So someone asked, Chantal is in a hostile country. Do you think she has the choice to disagree with her husband publicly? And then Amberlynn says, if she's in a situation where she's not allowed to be herself and voice her opposing opinion from her husband, then that doesn't seem like a marriage that should be. It sounds restrictive and controlling. Another slide says, I'm a gay Muslim with gay Muslim friends. We exist. There are Muslim allies. And Amberlynn says, love you. So these other people, like she's saying that, you know, or she's agreeing with the idea that there are people that are accepting, right? It's just appalling that Chantal just plays identity politics only for views and money and thinks that people won't keep track of these things because of how much she contradicts herself, and then says that people shame her all the time but picks a different type of shaming based on what she wants to perpetuate at a certain time. But yeah, same old for Chantal, for real. And that's really all I have to say today. So, yeah. Chantal using religion to justify homophobia. What a surprise. And just bigotry in general. Because she also was, like I said, called FFG mentally handicapped, but in, you know, a different way. In conclusion, Foodie Beauty is still trash. I'm just so done. This is just so ridiculous, and I'm just infuriated at this point. Links to my socials, ways to support the channel, Amazon, Patreon, affiliate links, including what's on my face, the little rings, all that kind of stuff, all linked down below, including an email to suggest content to me, along with the social media. You can DM me there. Yes, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye!
He looks at me, and I look at him.
Your dog looks adorable. Here's my dog with that scarf.
Before they sell out again.
We added the hat for a little pizzazz.